Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you, Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake.
I'll make you eat those words.
You won't even get the chance.
Hi guys, this is Ray on with another What. This will be What Up Deku had the powers of Archie Sonic in Video Game Sonic Part 4. Okay, so before we continue, I forgot to mention why Nade and Shadow does not see eye to eye is because they heard the news about some weird energy going to Shield Division and also hearing news about a certain hero being cloned. Now, the information about Shadow being All Might's clone was not leaked. The only part was leaked was the hero was in the top 10s. That's all that they got. After the information got leaked, all the organizations in Japan began to plan on how to take this clone and turn it into a villain. The group began to strike on the 4th week of Shadow's day out of the test tube. When they break in, all they see is a boy with black hair with red highlights and a blonde-haired girl. Noticing who the girl is, they try to take her for ransom. Shadow grabs Melissa and begins to run through the door. 2 reasons why Shadow not running at top speed. 1 is because he just got tube like 4 weeks ago. And 2, he does not have his running shoes. Shadow doesn't know how to use his power yet, so they continue to run to the escape pod. Murray said to Shadow, I wish we could find a way to get out of here, or at least stop them. Before Melissa can put in any coordination, a villain slams her right into the wall, crushing her. After the villain slams her into the wall, Shadow punches him away in blinding speed. After he punches the villain, he checks on Melissa, but he don't feel any heartbeat at all. He begins to cry. Shadow continues to cry until the villain says, man, she went down in 1 hit. I thought this clone was supposed to be strong. Shadow looks at him with hatred in his eyes, sadness, and remember the last word he said, wish. With those 3 things running through Shadow's head, he unlocked his first transformation. Shadow in his form throws a fireball at the man, killing him. Shadow heals Melissa, puts her into the pod, and puts in the coordinations to that location. After that, the pod shoots off. After that happens, the pod shoots off and Shadow begins to teleport throughout different locations, killing all the villains. During Shadow's rampage, Anaya is going to help Shadow out. Then when they're done, he's going to try to knock him out. But in the process, Shadow blasts them all the way. Shadow seeing Nade, not knowing who he is, but not sensing any hostility, but he doesn't trust him. So he only blasts him enough just to knock him out, not to kill him. When Shadow finishes off all the villains, he finds David's shield. Once he walks up towards him, he transforms back into his base form, seeing the white lines turn to tears. When Shadow transforms back into base form and passes out, he's wondering, is that one for all? David's thinking, the power that I gave him, where did it come from? And why did he look like that? And are there more? A few months have passed. Shadow has been training with Chaos powers. In the process, they decided to put inhibitor rings on Shadow's arms and legs. Nade's telling David that wherever that was is not a quirk, and we should probably destroy that thing before it gets stronger. Before David can reply, Melissa tells him, no, you can't. He will just misguide it. But if we give him the proper training, he can become a hero. Probably the number 1 hero. Nade pushed up his glasses and responded with, you know that thing killed a lot of people. Yes, there are villains, but he still killed. That's not what heroes do. Melissa tells him that was the first time he dealt with a life or death situation and he didn't know what to do. Nade responds with, okay, but what about the little trick he pulled that last time? We don't know if he has more forms or how powerful it is or how many other abilities he have. Melissa tells him, me and Dad will figure it out, and we'll show you that he can become a hero and not a villain. Nade tells her, I don't believe you. Melissa tells him, you care to make a bet then? Nade looks at her and tells her, a bet? Alright, let me hear it. Melissa tells him, alright, if I can prove that Shadow can be a hero, almost as equal to All Might, even better, well, him just being a hero, you'll give Shadow any information that he wants from you when he's a hero. Got it? Nade tells her, alright, but if you lose, you have to get rid of that thing and also get rid of any data you have on it. Pretend like it never exists at all. Melissa tells him, hey, that thing has a name. Nade tells her, alright, sorry. Should I go like how we do it over here or like how they do it in the US? Melissa asks him, what do you mean? Nade tells her, oh, his name is Kira, right? Or how the Americans say it, Killer. Melissa tells him neither of those things are his name. Nade tells her, okay then, And what's his name then? You never gave it to me at all. Melissa wants to say it loud as ever, but she realized that they never gave him a name. When she tries to think of something, the clone walks in and tells him, Shadow. My name will be Shadow. Now he looks at him saying, oh, it can talk. Shadow walks over and tells him, deal. Now that is a little bit confused and says, deal? What are you talking about? Shadow tells him that bet you guys made, it's a deal then. Now that he laughs a little bit, stands up straight and looks dead into Shadow's eyes, telling David to get the machine ready. It won't take too long. After Nade starts talking to David, he looks at Shadow and says, I remember that little trick you did last time. It won't happen again, I can tell you that much. Shadow looks at him saying, I'm not here to fight you. Not worthless idiots like you. I'm here to become a hero. Not because I'm a clone of the #1 hero, aka the symbol of idiots. No, it's because Melissa believes in me. And if she believes in me, that means I can do anything if I put my mind to it. Shadow continues with, I'll become better than #1 buffoon. Nada grits his teeth and tells him, you know nothing about being a true hero. Shadow says, you haven't given me a chance, so I don't know what you're talking about, and walks off. Before anyone can say anything, Shadow walks back in and tells him, oh, by the way, the #1 hero looks like he takes nothing but steroids, so ha, and walks off. Nada begins to ball his fist up at that comment, and proceeds to calm himself down and grab his phone. But Melissa grabs his phone before he can do anything. Melissa tells him, oh yeah, by the way, when I make a bet, I make sure you don't cheat. So if you cheat, I cheat, and believe me, I know when someone can cheat. David looks at him saying like, you did make a bet, and if you do cheat, it does make sense if she does it too. Melissa tells him, oh, if you try to cheat too much and I can't keep up with it, just know that I win by default, just in case. Nada tells her, doesn't it mean that you automatically lose then if you cheat? Melissa tells her, no. You cheat, I cheat, and plus, you're a hero, and I'm a kid, so... Melissa tells him, it'll be a shame if the press and All Might heard about you making a bet and you cheating on this bet about someone becoming a hero. Before Nada can even respond, she pulls out a recording and says, am I right or am I right? After that, Nada walks off. Once he basically sees him out of the clear, David tells her, but if he cheats, he automatically lose. Why would you want to cheat back? Melissa tells her, well, I wanted to prove that he can become a hero. Even if the #1 hero sidekick tries to stop him, I'm going to prove that he can become a #1 hero and be the best hero out of all of them. Melissa tells him, also, when Shadow becomes a hero, I get to brag about how a hero tries to stop him from becoming a hero. If he becomes #1 hero, I get to rub it in Nada's face. David tells his daughter, you realize it's going to be hard work from here on out. Melissa looks at him and tells him, when has the work been easy at all? David tells her, I know, but just in case, I need you to be safe. She tells her father, I know. That's why I have Shadow and the friends that me and him will make together. David tells her, hey, don't forget about me and All Might too. She tells her, yeah, I know. David tells her, alright, let the games begin. During this 10 months of training, Melissa asks her father for the recordings of Shadow's transformation. During the recording, she sees that his hair is purple, his pupils are gone, and there's a white line on his forehead. She asks Shadow what happened that day. Shadow tells her that I healed you, put you in a pod, and sent you to the coordination we were trying to go to. After that, I dealt with all the villains. Then after that, I blacked out in front of your father. Melissa comes to the conclusion that it has something to do with his emotion, specifically hatred, sadness, and wish. She doesn't know how to reenact them. She tells Shadow to just try and reach for the energy, but in the process, instead of him turning purple, he said turn gold instead, turning into a super form. After seeing this, she asks him, Shadow, are you okay? Shadow tells her, yeah, why? She's saying maybe he have more forms and some of them have to do with emotion, but he seems normal in this one. And I realized maybe they shouldn't train her garden, but realizing that some of the plant life is coming to life. Alright guys, thank you for watching and hope you enjoy.